We're on the same team in marriage, but sometimes we get off track of that and we want to see our partner as being on the opposite team, maybe wearing an opposite jersey.
Well, I think it's natural for us to be searching for who's right and wrong. At the moment I assess the situation and I'm right and you're wrong, we're on different teams.
It's easy to see how two different opinions can separate.
So it's so many times that we don't take the opportunity to really hear our spouse's heart.
I can't see what you have to say. In fact, this is my thought process, is if I listen to you to try to hear your side or to try to agree with your side, it may shift my opinion or it may change like who I am.
That can even make us more like defensive because we don't know why we think what we think.
Yeah, I used to think that I had to agree with you and it would make me wrong because the ego wants to be right.
Right.
We can just shift that to the side and really hear our spouse. We really can have rich conversation when the judgment is removed. Hey, I'm Travis.
And I'm Adele.
And we are The Noble Marriage. We hope that through our channel, you will be inspired and motivated so that your marriage will be all that God created it to be. Hey, and welcome back to Coffee and Conversations. Today, we're going to be talking about how we're on the same team in marriage, but sometimes we get off track of that and we want to see our partner as being on the opposite team, maybe wearing an opposite jersey.
Right.
I know I feel that way. When I get into an argument with you or some type of disagreement with you, I will sometimes not intentionally visualize you on another team, but it ends up being that way.
Well, I think it's natural for us to be searching for who's right and wrong in so many things. And the moment we do that, the moment I assess the situation and I'm right and you're wrong, we're on different teams.
Would you rather be right than wrong?
I think we all want that, right?
Yeah.
And what I have really recognized in our own marriage is it all really revolves around our opinions. And our opinions come from our beliefs. Beliefs come from mainly our childhood and growing up, and they're just deep-rooted issues of life and how we believe around certain things.
Yeah, you probably develop them when you're young, and you can also, obviously, as you grow older, you replace beliefs with something new. If you had an experience that's different than your belief, you may be like, oh, that may not be true anymore. And so you may change your belief, but they're really deep rooted. Like it almost creates an identity of who I am. I need to believe certain things about the world in order for it to be safe for me. So I have belief systems that I will create, and then I will create opinions off of those belief systems.
You know, when I really got the magnitude of how this affects marriages was we were talking with a friend, and it was a new friend that we met at a gathering, and we just ended up talking about marriage. And he shared with us that one of their main issues in their marriage was that his wife wanted to move every couple of years.
Like every 2 years.
And he just could not wrap his mind around why she would want to move every couple of years. He believes that you buy a house and you live in it and you stay there
forever
until
and then you give it to your family.
Yeah. It's a one and done thing. And so you can see how like they had different beliefs. And he did share with us that his wife's family was military and they moved every couple of years. So that was her lifestyle. That was all she knew. So naturally, that's what you do. That's my belief about
well, her
living.
opinion is she should move every 2 years. And that comes from a belief system, which was her parents moving every 2 years.
But that's how you do life.
He had a belief system, or he had an opinion that you should not move at all.
Yeah,
and his belief system came from another country where he grew up, where it's all family land. And you buy or you get a place and you stay there forever. You never move.
Yeah.
And that's all he ever knew. And so it's easy to see. I love your analogy of
Right.
that. It's easy to see how two different opinions
Mm-hmm.
can separate.
Yeah, and he said that's our main argument, and it is constant, and neither one of us want to change how we feel about it. And I could just really get the world of what they're living in. And so it's so many times that we don't take the opportunity to really hear our spouse's heart in their reasoning why behind the behavior or behind the decision or the thought or whatever
Let me tell you
is.
why I can't hear yours sometimes.
Mhm.
You will say an opinion that I don't agree with because I'm right. And so are you. Everybody wants to be right. And you'll say something that I don't agree with, and I feel like I am right. And I want to back up while I'm right, right? And I can't see what you have to say. In fact, this is my thought process is if I listen to you to try to hear your side or to try to agree with your side, it may shift my opinion or it may change like who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I don't want to look at your side. I don't want to agree with your side.
It's been interesting, like as we've learned this and learned how it plays out in our marriage, like a few years ago, I remember like I'm really trying to practice curiosity and why you think the way you think, because I'm really getting to know him. I mean, we've been married 15 years, and the last 3 years have been the time that we've gotten to really know each other. And so when I'm curious, sometimes I see you're like blank. Like, why do I think this? Like, why do I have this opinion? And sometimes that can even make us more like defensive because we don't know why we think what we think.
Yeah.
And it's like troubling sometimes. And so all there is to get is you got that from someone else. Like it passed down to you. And you're just for the very first time recognizing, why do I think that? Why do I believe this is like we have to move every 2 years or whatever? You can insert any opinion in there. We don't question why we think what we think. We just believe it. And so when you can really take the opportunity to see your spouse's heart in what they're saying and being curious about the behavior and the reasoning behind it, so much rich conversation. And I've learned so much about you and why you think the way you think. And
you don't have to agree with your spouse's opinion to hear it. I used to think that I had to agree with you and it would make me wrong. It doesn't make me wrong, nor does it make you wrong or right.
Yeah.
It's if
just
I
different.
can just hear your side of the opinion and even see like, where did you get that from? I can hear all of that and still keep my opinion.
But
It's
I can't
possible.
tell you how many times, like, I don't have a strong reason why I might think something. And so when I'm curious about what you think and you actually have a reason why, I'll hop over to his side and adapt his way of thinking. I've done that a lot. Because I don't have a strong, this is what I know I believe, or I know this is the correct thing for me, or I have been very open to discovering new opinions, new beliefs, because I don't trust my old ones. Like, I'm very curious to what other people believe and think, because I just like, it helps me discover me and like who I truly am inside and what I really do believe in. And that's been fun. And
that's good.
It evolved. Like I have evolved and changed and adapted so much over the last 3 years because I've been open to hearing what other people think about things.
That's good. That's a very open growth mindset.
It is. And I have been intentional about that. Whereas I can see like before I really became intentional, it was a barrier. Like someone else having a different opinion meant I can't get close to that person because they think that. And I don't agree.
Yeah.
And
I've
just
experienced
learned,
that with my belief system, like
yeah,
religious belief
right.
system.
Oh, yeah, that can sometimes show up strong. And I just have to recognize that I'm not right. Like, who am I to say my opinion when there's 7.5 billion people who have thousands of opinions? Who am I to say that mine is the right one?
Yeah.
You know? So it's just allowed me to really see people for who they truly are. And then I just, I can either look at them and accept them for that, or I may adapt what they think. So what are the subjects in your marriage that are disconnecting your emotional intimacy, or maybe even disconnecting conversation at all? Take the opportunity to be curious about why your spouse thinks the way they think. Not in a judgmental way. There's a way that will serve you and a way that will not. So don't be judgmental about it, but
it doesn't serve you.
Have genuine curiosity about, hey, just tell me more about that. Where did you get that thought from? Like, how has that influenced your life over the years? I mean, you can think of all kinds of awesome questions to really discover your spouse's heart in the matter.
If you can do it without judgment, that's literally just taking our ego and setting it to the side, because the ego wants to be right.
Right.
We can just shift that to the side. If we can do that just for a moment and really hear our spouse, we really can have rich conversation when the judgment is removed.
So after spending all of January just really diving into a lot of prayer and asking the Lord to show us which direction to go with the noble marriage, what we've experienced is there's a lot of different avenues of ways to take this ministry, and we really wanted God to be the one directing this. And so he has answered our prayers like abundantly in that aspect.
Very clear.
And we have got a really clear picture of what is ahead, and we are like so excited about it.
It is, and we have received 2 or 3 phone calls just in the last 2 days that have been confirmation for exactly what we're about to do. And I can't wait to share those things with you too.
Yes.
But it's just been amazing.
Yes, so you're going to want to be looking for those. End of February, early March is when everything is going to come together for what's next. And so what we really need from our friends is to share our channel with other people. Because what is next, God has amazing plans around it. We already know that. We just need your help getting our channel out to more marriages. We know that we are here to help marriages grow and heal and really thrive in their marriage. Please share our channel. We are so appreciative. And that is how we're going to reach marriages all over the world.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Rooted what?
Trees with big roots and...
No. You're not finished yet. If you found value in this video, please like and comment and let us know what you found value in. We want you to join our community of awesome, like-minded people. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you'll receive motivational videos that will impact your life and inspire you to be your best self. Speaking of inspirational, there are 2 videos we've attached here for further resources. So thank you for your engagement and joining our community.